Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to my channel. You already know who it is. I'm back with a brand new video. And this is some interesting news I recently heard that I wanted to talk about. And it is the Masters of the Universe movie cast Jared Leto as Skeletor. Now, I knew there had been some movement on this movie, but not a whole lot. So I want to read this article and just go ahead and kind of get more information on what's going on with it. I love the cartoon back in the early 2000s. I know this came out back in like the 80s. They had a live action movie back then. There was a cartoon back then. The movie was, well, not the movie, but the TV show from that time was revived. And I believe it was like Revelations and some other stuff that I've watched. So let's go ahead and read this article and see what the story is. So it says here Mattel and Amazon MGM's live action Masters of the Universe movie has added yet another noteworthy name to its cast. Who was first? Variety reports that Morbius and House of Gucci star Jared Leto has signed on to play the skull-faced sorcerer known as Skeletor. In the film, Skeletor is the villainous arch-nemesis of He-Man, who will play in the new Masters of the Universe movie by Bottoms and the Idea of You actor Nicholas Galzinti. No idea. Sam C. Wilson, House of Dragon, Kojo Ata, The Bookkeeper, and Harfog Bajosum, sorry for butchering your names, Game of Thrones, have also joined the Masters of the Universe cast as Trapjaw, Triclops, and Goatman, three of Skeletor's henchmen. They, along with Leto, mark the latest addition to what is shaping up to be a star-studded ensemble, which already includes Alison Brie as Evil Lynn, Skeletor second in command, Idris Elba as Duncan slash Man at Arms, one of He-Man's closest allies, and Camila Mendes as Tila Man at Arms' fierce adopted daughter. Masters of the Universe plot is currently being kept under wraps. It seems safe to assume, however, that the film will stick close to the premise of its franchise's original Mattel toy line in the 1983 animated series He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, which revolves around Prince Adam of the planet Eternia, whose use of a weapon known as the Power Sword transforms him into a warrior named He-Man. Together with his allies, He-Man fights to protect Eternia and the coveted castle Grayskull from nefarious beings like Skeletor and Evil Lyn. A new feature-length take on the Masters of the Universe franchise has been in the works in Hollywood for years. That's what I thought. With Galzinti, Leto, Brie, Elba, and others all signed on to star in it now, though the film is looking more and more real with every passing day. If this iteration of Masters of the Universe does indeed come to fruition, it will be the second live-action take on the property to make it to the big screen. The first was a 1987 film starring Dolph Lundgren as He-Man and Frank Langella as Skeletor, which bombed both critically and financially upon its release. One can only hope this new Masters of the Universe will be able to avoid its predecessor's fate. The project is set to be directed by Travis Knight, whose previous directorial efforts included 2016 Kubo and the Two Strings, no idea what that is, and 2018's Bumblebee, never saw it. Both films earned positive reviews, and his work on Bumblebee means the Knight has experience navigating the same rare toy to movie pipeline that Masters of the Universe needs to travel. Having already played Morbius and the Joker, Jared Leto is also no stranger to portraying over the top villains like Skeletor. Before he tries to conquer Eternia, though, Leto is next expected to be in 2025's Tron Ares. So, to give you my 2 cents, man, I really don't know what to expect here as far as him playing this character. Um, I'm fumbling over words here. Excuse me. My whole thing is to always try to have a positive outlook, but with the record that Jared Leto has had playing a villain to other, superhero characters, it hasn't been real good. You know what I'm saying? You got the Joker. He had to pretty much make his own Joker in the Justice League from the small time that we saw him on screen, because obviously um, the Joker from um, the Dark Knight movies still is one of the top Jokers, and I don't know if there was any um, what is it? I don't know if there was any job that Jared Leto could do to top that. I mean, I can't think of the guy's name that played him. It keeps escaping me. But I gotta look this up. But the job that that guy did was awesome, and the asking Jared Leto to top that was tough. And now you're sitting here with him playing Skeletor, and I believe there's some pressure because okay, Heath Ledger, there it is, Heath Ledger. I had to look that up. So trying to top what Heath Ledger did is very very difficult because he did an amazing job. And now asking him to play Skeletor, I don't think there's really any pressure on him to play Skeletor because of the simple fact that the first film bombed and it did terrible. So now you're asking him and the rest of this cast to show up and just do your job the best y'all possibly can. Now I will say because of his past history with being in the Batman, well not the Batman, but starring in the Suicide Squad movie. And what other character did he play? I'm trying to look for it. He played the Joker and okay, Morbius. There it is. Yeah, Morbius. Uh, yeah, man, his record ain't been looking good. And the Morbius character, to me, the movie was garbage. You know what I'm saying? But I hope that they are able to pull this off. I hope the MGM and who else is it? Mattel are able to pull this off because of the simple fact that I liked the animated properties, but to see this possibly be a live action film, that would be really, really cool. I think the problem when you try to take something that's a toy line or even an animated property and try to make a live action, the issue is the fact that you're taking a pretty big story and trying to crunch it down to an hour and a half movie, and that's where the problem really starts. And then you got the studio coming in with changes, adding things that weren't there before. That also causes problems. And studios, they have issues with the way the director is directing the movie, with the story that they're trying to tell here. I think if the studio sticks to the story, the OG story, the main story that this is trying to tell, I think they'll do a good job. Now, obviously, when it comes to Jared Leto, he's going to be covered in some type of CGI mask, whatever you want to call it, because he's not going to have his face shown because he's going to be playing Skeletor. Obviously, is walking bones, as you can see here. And I'm open minded to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna shut it out. I'm not gonna say this movie is gonna be trash. Oh man, why did they hire him? Maybe the director and whoever else is having a hand in casting saw something in him. Maybe from the work he's already done, and maybe they feel like, look, he's good enough for the role. We're gonna bring him in and see what he can do. And I hope that he is able to knock this out the park. I'm not going into this movie with a negative mindset that it's gonna be bad long before I even see a trailer, because I've seen a lot of people do that. I'm not gonna knock this movie because there's nothing to be seen yet. All we got is the announcement that Jared Leto was playing Skeletor. Now, I don't know, man. I mean, besides the Joker laugh, I don't know if he's gonna be able to pull off the Skeletor laugh. Maybe he'll add his twist to it, and we'll have to wait and see. But I'm interested to see what he does with this. I'm interested to see what he does with this. And like I said, I'm not gonna shut the movie down before I even get a chance to see a trailer. Um, and even if I don't like the trailer, I still want to see the movie just to see if it's gonna be good or bad. But this is the announcement: Masters of the Universe movie cast Jared Leto as Skeletor. I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. So I'm gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully, once they get the ball rolling and get the cameras going, and we start seeing clips and trailers, hopefully you know I'll be more upbeat about it. Right now, I'm just kind of in the gray area where I really don't know how to feel about it. I don't hate it. I don't like it. I'm just in that gray area where I just don't know how to feel about it. Anyway, post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think about this Jared Leto casting news. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. 2,000 subscribers. Peace. I'm out.